Hello everyone. Today we'll be building pricing table UI design, right? So we'll be making use of HTML and CSS for this. Let's start by creating the HTML file. I'll just name this one index.html. Let me create CSS file as well. I'll just name this one style.css. Let me create a very basic HTML template and change the title to let me give pricing table design or pricing table. This is enough, I think. Also, let me link the style sheet and give the path and name style.css. After this, what I'll do, let's start writing the HTML code, right? Let me make use of the section. And within the section, I'll just give class name pricing hyphen table. So within the section, what I'll do, I'll just consider h1 tag and let me give our pricing plans. So after the h1, let me create div. Within this div, let me give class. Let's consider 3 plans. One is basic, standard, and premium, right? So let's display the 3 cards. So what I'll do, I'll just consider div class equals plans. Within this div, what I'll do, I'll just create one more div and give class equals, give the class name plan. So within this div, let me make use of the h2 and give basic. After the h2 tag, I want to make use of the paragraph tag. For the paragraph tag, I'll just give class name price and let me give something like $9, right? So within this one, I want to make use of the span tag as well. So I'll just give, sorry, what's wrong here? Span and span and just give $9 per month, right? This is one thing. Next, within the UL, I want to make use of list li tag. So 3 li tags. So I'll just give li into 3. This one, let me set this one to 10 GB storage. One thing. Next, within this li, what I'll give 100 GB bandwidth. The last one, I'll just give this one email support. This is just the design, right? We are not concentrating on the functionality, right? This is it for the UL. Next, let me make use of the anchor tag and set this one to right. And let me give class name. What shall I give class name? Let me give button. So this is it. Next, for this one, let me give choose plan, right? So this is it for this step. So we have 3 things as I've said, right? Basic, standard, and premium. So what I'll do, I'll just come here. Let me copy this one, I think. Just give me a second. Yeah, let me copy this one and paste it up the closing of the first div, right? Here, twice. So I'll just change this one from basic to standard. The third one will be just change this one to premium. Inside, let's change the numbers as well. So here, instead of 10 GB, I'll make this one to 50, and instead of 100, I'll just make this one to 500. And email support, this one, instead of email support, I'll just give priority support, right? This is one thing. This remains same here, button choose plan. This remains same. And also next, what I'll do, I'll just give 100 GB storage, and this one, instead of 500 GB bandwidth or 100 GB bandwidth, I'll just give unlimited bandwidth, right? And instead of email support or priority support, I'll just give 24/7 support is one thing. This remains same. Choose plan. So this is it. Let me check once. Just give me a second. Yeah. This is it for the HTML. I'll just format the document once. So yeah. Next what I'll do, let's start writing the styles. What I have done is, I have installed an extension called Live Server. So basically what this does is, whenever we make changes in the index.html file, right? So the changes will directly get reflected in the browser, so that we don't have to reload the page again and again to see the changes. This will be really helpful. You can install it as well. I'll just close this one. Let me close this one entirely. Let me come to index.html. Let me right click and click on open with Live Server. Wait some time. Yeah, currently this is looking like this. We have to design this one to make it good, right? To make it look good. I'll just minimize this one, and yeah, let me come to style.css. Yeah, now what I'll do, I want to make use of the this one, Poppins font. So I'll just come here. Let me search for the Poppins font. I'll just maximize this. Click on the first link, get font, get embed code, import. Let me copy these three things. Let me close this one entirely. Yeah, I'll paste this one. After this, let me consider the universal selector. I'll just give margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box, as well as font family. Let me give Poppins as well as sans serif. Here what we are doing, the primary font will be making use of is Poppins. If something goes wrong, we'll be making use of sans serif, right? Next, let's resume styling, right? Let's continue with the styling. I want to style for the body. I'll just come here. Let me copy this one and let me paste it over here. So body, let me give display flex, justify content, center, also align item center. After this one, min height of 100 view height, background of linear gradient of 135 degree. I'll just make use of these two colors. What I'll do, I'll just come here, 6E, 8E, FB. This is one color, and I want to make use of one more color, that is 877 or 8777 E3. This looks fine, right? For now. After this, I'll just give margin of 20 pixel. So now this looks somewhat good. Next, let's style for the pricing table, right? I'll just come here. Where is pricing table? This one, pricing hyphen table. Let me copy this one. Let me paste it over here. For the pricing table, what I'll do, let me give text align center. Also color, let me set this one to white or triple F. Also finally, what I'll do, width, let me give 100%. So this looks like this. Next, let's style for the H1 inside the pricing table class. So pricing table will remain constant here. I'll come here. Let me copy the H1 and I paste it over here. Let me give font size of 2.5 rem. Also margin bottom of 20 pixel. So this is it for the H1 within the pricing table class. Next, let's style for the plans, right? Plans class. I'll just come here. Where is the plans? This one. Div class of plans we have given. Let me copy this one and paste it over here. For the plans, I'll give display flex, justify content center, gap of 20 pixel. Sorry, gap of 20 pixel. Also, flex wrap. I'll just give wrap, right? So yeah, now this looks somewhat good. Let's make it even better. So what I'll do next, let's style for the plan. So next div, within the next div, we have given class of plan, right? Let me copy the same thing and paste it over here. Plan, background, I'll just make use of the RGBA. $255 thrice, and finally 0.1. So next, let me give border radius of 10 pixel, padding of 20 pixel, width of 300 pixel, and finally transition of, let me give transform 0.3 seconds. Also box shadow 0.3 seconds. This is it for the plan. So let me format the document once. Next, let's continue styling. So next, let's style for the same but on hover. So let me give plan. Yeah. Let me select transform, translate by, I'll just give minus 10 pixel vertically, right? Next, this one, box shadow of 0, 10 pixel, 20 pixel, RGBA of 000 and 0.2. This is it for the plan on hover. Next, let's style for the H2 inside the plan class. Nothing but, I think this one. Yeah. H2 inside the class, right? So I'll just copy this one. Plan is there already. Let me paste it over here. For the H2, let's increase the font size. Font size, I'll just give 1.8 rem and margin bottom of 10 pixel. So yeah, this looks somewhat good, right? Then you can see basic, standard and premium, also the hover effect, right? When we hover, we'll make it even better. Next, after this one, let's style for the price class with the plan class, right? So plan, sorry. Here, and where is the price? This one. Class price we have given. Let me copy this one. Let me paste it over here. Font size of 1.8 rem and also margin bottom of, let me give 10 pixel. Or, sorry, this was basically just want this one to set this one to 2 em and also margin of, not the margin bottom basically. So let me set this one to margin of 20 pixel and 0, right? Horizontally and vertically basically. So next, let's style for the span tag within the plan class as well as the price class. For that one, plan and price will remain same. So inside here, let me show you 1 second. Span here somewhere we have used, right? Where have I made use of the span? Oh, this one, span. Yeah, within the P class, inside the plan and this one, right? Inside the plan and price, right? So let me paste it over here. Not the price basically, span. What did I copy? So yeah, let me come here. Let me copy this one and paste it over here. So I'll just want to give font size of 0.6 rem. So this is it for the span tag, right? Next, let's style for the UL within the plan class. So plan will remain the same. And where is UL? Here, this one within the plan class, right? So I'll just come here. Let me paste it over here. So let's remove the bulletins. You can see the bulletins still exist. So let's remove that one. I'll just give list type none, and also let's give some margin bottom so that this looks nice. Margin bottom of 20 pixel. So you can see now you have got the space right here. This one. This looks completely nice now. Margin bottom of 20 pixel. Next, let's style for the LI within the UL and also the plan class. So this one remains same. And what we have to style for LI, right? So let me copy this one and paste it over here. So for the LI, let me give margin of 10 pixel and 0, and also font size of 1.1 em. This is one thing. Next, let's style for the button as well. Next, let's style for the button. Where is button? Here, class of button we have given in each div, right? Here also we have considered button. Here also we have given button, right? Let's style for this button itself. Class of button we have given. So button, let me give display inline block. Yeah. Let's make the choose plan as button, right? That one we are doing. Inline block padding of, let me give 10 pixel and 20 pixel horizontally and vertically. Also background of white, color 6A, 8A, FP. This is one thing. Color, this looks good. Now you can see this looks good. Let's remove this text decoration as well as let's style this even better, right? So border radius, let me give 5 pixel so that this looks good. And let's remove the text decoration by giving text decoration none. You can see that line is gone. And font weight, let me give bold. And finally, let's give transition. Let's apply the transition. Let me give background 0.3 seconds. Also, let me give color of 0.3 seconds. Now, yeah, this looks good, right? You can see here. This looks good. What is wrong here? This is fine, right? Yeah. Next, let's style for the button on hover. So I'll just copy the same thing over here. Button on hover, right? Same thing, but on hover. So let me give the background of 6E, this one itself. It will be the second one. And color, I'll just set this one to white, or you can just give F. This is it for the button on hover. Next, what we'll do, we'll style for the media queries. Let's write the media queries so that this looks good on all devices, so that this is responsive as well as this looks good on all the devices. Initially, what I'll do, I'll just make use of the media. Let's set this one to max width of 768 pixel, right? So basically what was happening is, if I check this one for the responsiveness in the mobile devices, basically this was getting cut. Our plans and the basic, this one was not shut. So that is the reason I thought of writing the media queries, right? So let's continue styling. For the max width of 768 pixel, let's style for the pricing table, h1 within the pricing table class. For that one, let me give font size of 1.5 rem. Also, margin bottom of 15 pixel. So this is one thing. And let's style for the plan next. Padding of 15 pixel, width of 100%. Finally, margin bottom of 20 pixel. This is it for the plan class, right? Next, let's style for the h2 within the plan class. I'll just give h2. Font size 1.4 em. Also, margin bottom of 8 pixel, right? Next, so now this is looking somewhat good, right? You can see here, this looks somewhat good. And let's style for the plan as well as the price class. I missed here, sorry. And let me give font size of 1.4 em as well as margin of 15 pixel and 0 pixel horizontally and vertically. Next, finally, let's style for the li within the UL and the plan class, right? I'll just give li. Let me write completely. Font size, let me set this one to 1 em, right? This looks good. You can see here, this looks good. Let me format the document once. After this one, what I'll do, let's write the media queries for the max width of 480 pixel, right? How we'll write? I'll just make use of the media max width of 480 pixel. One thing, h1 within the pricing table class. Let's style for the h1 within the pricing table class, right? Let me give font size 1.2 em and also margin bottom of 10 pixel. Next, let's style for the h2 within the plan class. For this one, let me set the font size to 1.2 em and also margin bottom of 6 pixel. Finally, let's style for the plan and price class. So font size, let me give 1.2 em. And finally, plan and price we are doing, right? Font size will be 1.2 em itself. And margin, let me set this one to 10 pixel and 0. Finally, let's style for the li, same thing. Let me copy this one and make the necessary changes, right? So I'll just come here, let me paste this one. Font size, I'll just set this one to 0.9 em, right? So plan li within the UL and plan class. I'll just format the document once. So this looks totally good. You can observe this one. So I'll just maximize this one. So here you can see, currently this is looking like this. You can see the hover effect as well, the transition, and you can see here as well. While I hover, the color is getting changed, right? We have given the darker background color. This one, basic, standard and premium we have designed. We have given 3 forms, basically something similar to the glassomorphic design, right? So this is working fine. And finally, let's check for the responsiveness. Yeah. Let me select some smaller device. I'll just give this one, right? So this looks good, completely good and responsive, right? On this device, let me select this one as well. Yeah, this also looks good. Yeah, the SE and yeah, this looks completely fine. So this is it, and this is it for the project. And one more thing I want to say. So this is the last project of this playlist for now. So I'll just continue with the Java series next. If you want me to do a particular project on the JavaScript, please do comment so that I can think of that one, and I'll try to do the projects on the same thing. And next I'm thinking of doing the Java projects, and I'll just upload the videos on the same. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.